You're watching Theme Park Worldwide, where today we're back here at Warner Brothers Movie World to ride a roller coaster that's pretty iconic and very famous around the world. And now I'm not talking about DC Rivals Hypercoaster.
I am so excited for this. It's the Scooby-Doo Spooky Coaster.
This opened back in 2002, the same year as when the film came out on Spooky Island. Do you remember that film?
Honestly, I loved the film so much.
We are big Scooby-Doo fans, aren't we? And when we came here the other day, we found out that the Scooby-Doo Spooky Coaster wasn't going to be operating all day. We thought, oh no, we're going to get it this trip. Well, luckily, it has now reopened. So we thought we'll come back to the park, we'll film a dedicated video today because we think this ride deserves that,
honestly,
to be honest.
This is an iconic attraction.
Comment down below, did you see the film? I mean, Spooky Island, obviously it was a make-believe place, but they built a lot of props and set pieces. And we actually met up with the marketing team here the other day, and they told us that a lot of them props were actually taken from the studios, which is just behind the park, and actually put into the ride itself.
Honestly, this is going to be so good.
Yeah, so we're going to have a look at the facade, the queue line, and of course experience the attraction, and yeah, share our thoughts on it.
So excited.
Yeah, it's the Scooby-Doo Spooky Coaster here at Warner Brothers Movie World. Now, of course, we did film an action-packed vlog from the park, including our first reactions to DC Rivals Hypercoaster only the other day, and it's now online here on our channel. We also was allowed to take you on some of the attractions, including DC Rivals, with a backseat ride as well. And honestly, that coaster, absolutely phenomenal. Mack Ride's Hypercoaster, over 200 foot tall, of course, and we absolutely adored it. Here we go then. I didn't even show you the facade for this the other day because it was closed. But here it is! Oh, look at the impressive facade for the Scooby-Doo Spooky Coaster Next Generation. So yeah, this only opened just 3 days after the movie came out. So the movie was released on the 14th of June 2002, and then yeah, this came out on the 17th of June that year, just a few days after the release.
They must have known how popular it was going to be, that people would want to go on some form of ride from the film.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, oh, look at these big birds coming in. Even they're excited about it.
Exactly. I cannot wait.
Oh, honestly, we're looking forward to it. So yeah, the film itself was set on a place called Spooky Island, wasn't it?
I really wanted to visit, but obviously it's make-believe, but it looks so good.
Yeah, it was a theme park. It had loads of rides. It had like underground bars and all that sort of stuff, like a tropical theme. It had like a tropical hotel and everything.
Yeah, it did, yeah.
It looked really nice, and it was actually filmed on some local islands actually here in Australia.
Quite cool.
Yeah, that's the thing. And obviously as well, they also filmed a lot of it here right behind the park, because they've actually got movie studios that they still use to this day that are literally just a couple of 100 meters from where we are now. And in fact, when we was here the other day, we had a look inside one of these buildings, a Batman exhibition. So yeah, make sure you check out that vlog if you haven't seen it. It's just a whistle-stop tour today to come and see this guy here, Scooby-Doo. Here we go. So we're really excited to give this a go. Look at these birds. Even they're pumped for it. Well, look at the facade for this just here. Now, what does make this special is that actually a lot of the props and scenes that we're going to see here are actually from the movie themselves. Now, I didn't realise that until we came to, well, the other day.
So cool, isn't it?
It is, like we're actually going to see bits that were used in the film.
Can't wait.
It's the nostalgia, you know.
It is the nostalgia, 100%.
Some people watching this might be thinking, why is it such a big deal? But
it is a big deal.
You know, it came out when we were growing up. We absolutely loved it.
And
so
I cannot wait to see what it's like.
honestly, we're really looking forward to it. So here we go, Scooby-Doo Spooky Coaster Next Generation. 90-minute wait time just there. Really, really busy. It is only a Mack Wild Mouse, so yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what the throughput's like on here. But yeah, absolutely crazy. There's Scooby-Doo himself just down there. All the nice details out the front. I seem to recognise him from the movie. I wonder if this is a prop on the outside just here.
Maybe, it might be.
Yeah, I seem to recognise him. But yeah, the film star Rowan Atkinson as well, aka Mr. Bean, he was in it. He was like the owner of this theme park, and he ended up being really evil in the end, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is crazy. Yeah, I love it. Really good storyline behind it all. Here we go. Yeah, look at all the gargoyles and theming on the top. I love this. Right, let's go and experience the attraction. Here we go. Here's a look inside. Look at some of the details in here. Oh, I love it. And the music as well. Look at all the lights just up there. Wow. The Scooby-Doo Spooky Coaster. There's a look at the inside of the queue lines. Yeah, a lot of these here are the props. There we go. I'll tell you what, it's a massive queue in here. But yeah, I'd just like to say thank you to the park for providing us with admission, and of course the fast track as well. Really do appreciate that when you're at the other side of the world. Big screen just over there. So yeah, look at some of the props all around here. This is a massive queue. I mean, it's a Mack Wild Mouse. Like, this is the most popular Mack Wild Mouse in the world, probably. So a really nice feature is that they're also playing the movie here in the queue line, which is really good. And yeah, with it being quite a big queue in here, nice bit of queue line entertainment. Oh, there's the gang. Brings back so many memories. Look at this. Amazing to think we're at the place where this was filmed. Childhood nostalgia right here. There's Spooky Island. Bouncing just there in the middle, some of the props. Really authentic seeing this here at the park.
So cool.
Look at all this in here. And that's the thing, I believe production, filming for the actual movie wrapped up about a year before. So yeah, obviously they moved a lot of the theming into here.
Each gate, and when the gate opens, proceed to the seat at the far side.
I mean, I love a good indoor coaster anyway, but oh, look at this. All the big chandeliers, all these facades. That probably explains why the theming is so good, because it was actually from the film.
Look at the train.
Wow.
And enjoy the ride.
I can hear Scooby. Oh, the trains are awesome. Really atmospheric station in here. But yeah, the scale of the sets in here is amazing. We've just experienced the Scooby-Doo Spooky Coaster for the first time, and I tell you what, that did not disappoint.
I literally had a smile on my face the whole way around. I loved it.
And the great thing is, it's a long ride as well.
Is.
I mean, the experience starts with a great facade, you know, make your way into a pretty big indoor queue area. However, it's got lots of props and things to see around there.
There's a lot to look at.
Yeah, there is, and some facades in there as well. You make your way into the station, of course, inside this big castle. You got all the flickering candle lights up there.
It really builds up the atmosphere.
The chandeliers, and the trains are really nice on here as well, aren't they?
Cute.
Yeah, colourful, with the face on the front as well, with like the jester. And then of course the ride begins. So yeah, it is a Mack Wild Mouse. However, what makes this very special is it's not a standard layout. It's actually a custom layout with this ride, and it starts off with quite a few dark ride scenes where there's lots going on.
Oh, there's just so much. My favourite one is you've got like the saws going across the track,
yeah,
which is really cool.
And it's like a drop there, and they don't stop. You kind of, it's very similar to Saw the Ride at Thorpe Park.
It is, yeah.
How, you know, how you drop down under them, not a vertical drop or anything, but yeah, you kind of drop down underneath them, which is a great near miss effect as you're making your way through this castle. There's a couple of screens in there, but it's mostly physical props at that point, which is really nice. You then carry on round, loads to look at, and then you make your way into a vertical lift hill. So if you've done Matterhorn Blitz that's at Europa Park in Germany or anything similar, it's got a vertical lift hill where you make your way up to the top, and when you get up there you kind of think, oh right, we're going to go forwards now.
Yeah, but you don't.
Yeah, you actually go backwards down there. So you get to the top of the vertical lift, you then go down what is a pretty steep drop. About 17 metres tall, I believe. You go down a steep drop and then up into a sharp block section where you then stop in this very colourful room. There's mirrors all around, there's all these lights, and then yeah, you actually go onto a turntable which spins you around. There's a fly. It spins you around, and then you're then facing forwards, and then you go into a very similar layout to another Mack Wild Mouse, kind of all around the top sections, very similar to Rattlesnake, for example, at Chessington, that kind of style with the bends going around. From other manufacturers like Mara there have done similar things. But yeah, it's that very similar layout there, isn't it?
And you get that awesome soundtrack of Scooby-Doo, where are you?
Like a rock version of it blasting
so
out.
Cool.
Inside there, the whole ride then you can see in front of you. Then first sections, obviously, you know, it's all hidden in little scenes, whereas here you can then see the whole ride in front of you. There's like LED strip lights all the way around,
really cool
moving heads all the way around. I'd imagine the lighting's probably been updated over the years compared to 2002 when it opened. But yeah, you can see everything in front of you. There's a big crown on the floor, which is a set piece. A massive spider in there that you come very close to, which is cool. And then yeah, you make your way along lots of little drops, airtime hills. Gotta say, it doesn't break that much, which I really like.
No, it doesn't.
Sometimes with these Wild Mouse coasters, they break so much, don't they?
Yeah.
It takes the fun out of it. With this one, you're proper flung into the sides, with it just being a lap bar as well. That's fantastic. And then you come towards the end of the ride, you take a right, and you actually then see the big mirror ball skull that you actually see in the movie as well.
Yeah, which is quite cool to see. It's like the stuff that when it shines on it, the monsters sort of go down and die, basically.
Yeah, like that was really good to see that, and that was kind of like they did this big ritual, didn't they, in the movie?
Did, yeah.
And it was there in the middle. I think it might have been spinning round for what I
Yeah, it
remember.
was, yeah.
You actually see that there as a prop,
Which is cool.
which is above the track. And then you're in like the tiki bar at the end. That's the offload. There's a photo opportunity there with Scooby-Doo at the offload point, and then you make your way down into the gift shop, which we'll show you inside in just a second. But I really enjoyed
Loved it. I
that.
thought it was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, the whole ride's like 5-6 minutes long as well. You know, it's not just a
good.
standard Wild Mouse in that building. I think it's a good job with how big the queue is out there.
Yeah, it's quite a big queue.
Yeah, the good thing is though, just dispatch 2 trains at a time, each one with 4 riders, and then obviously they can stop on the blocks as they're going round. So it says on the roller coaster database, it's got 18 trains and it can hold 1,000 riders an hour,
isn't it?
which is amazing. I don't think it's running that many today. In fact, there's a sign out the front saying it is on reduced capacity, but still, it was really good getting on there.
Loved it.
I loved it so much. It's really well themed. The audio's great. It really didn't disappoint. Should we go and have a look in the shop?
Let's go and have a
Let's go and see what merch they've got. And there he is, the Scooby-Doo store. Was that all right? Go on, let's hear yours then, Charlotte. Scooby-Doo. Oh God, yeah, don't ever do that again. Here he is, Scooby. Oh, I'm so happy that we got this coaster. I would have been gutted if we come all the way to Australia and didn't get to go on this. This is guy. Oh, Shaggy. Oh God. That was more goofy, wasn't it? Oh, these are nice little pillow just here. Here we go. Have we got anything with the coaster logo on? That's what I want to know. Kids t-shirts there. Ooh, ooh. These impressions are getting worse, Charlotte. Oh, look at all the spiders up here. And imagine these are even more props that were used as well. Like the snakes up here. The mystery squad, the mystery machine, Scooby snacks. $8.99 just in here. They're definitely missing a trick, not selling a Scooby-Doo Spooky Coaster t-shirt.
I did see somebody with one. I think they used to do one and they don't do them anymore.
That's a shame. The merchandise isn't great here. I wanted something for DC Rivals as well. And, oh, this is nice. There we go. Charlotte's getting that on. There you go.
Scooby-Doo, where are you?
You have got a mug down here. And you know me, I do like my mugs. However, yeah, it does say Warner Brothers Movie World Australia. But yeah, it doesn't actually have the logo for the ride on or anything, which is a shame. Yeah, it would have been good if the merch was a bit better. But it does offer on-ride photography just over here as well, and you can get all sorts of Scooby items. Well, there we go then, a nice little special here from Warner Brothers Movie World on the Gold Coast in Australia from the Scooby-Doo Spooky Coaster.
Honestly, it lived up to the hype so much. I loved it.
It really did. We've got a few friends that have actually been on this, so it's been nice to actually come out here, say that we've done it, and it really didn't disappoint. That's the key with this trip. Some stuff's been really built up for us, and it's actually exceeded expectations so much. I'm really enjoying our trip here so far. The parks are fantastic, and we've still got so much more to see. In fact, next we're going to be making our way to Dream World for our first ever visit there.
I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, very excited. We've got Steel Taipan to get on there and so much more as well. But just before we wrap up this vlog, we were just chatting to some fans of the channel and just want to say a big hello to everyone who we've seen out here in Australia. We've been recognised quite a bit.
Yeah, which is lovely.
And they let me know a bit of information. Now, obviously, the previous vlog to this one was from Wet n Wild next door, so check it out if you've not already seen it. However, I didn't realise that some of the... Hey, Be Bold on YouTube. I didn't realise that some of the film for Scooby-Doo was actually filmed in Wet n Wild as well.
That's pretty cool, that is.
So the scene when they're all by the swimming pool and they're having the cocktails, that was actually filmed... Getting loads of vlog bombers. That was actually filmed here as well, which I find really interesting. And this clip just here, you can see like all the facades there with like the village. That was actually used as part of the movie.
That's really good. I didn't know that.
No, well, we didn't know. Like some fans just told us. I thought I'm going to have to get that little nugget of information in there because I find that really unique how, you know, it was built all around the water park. Apparently it wasn't transported there. They actually built it around the water park and then just left it there then, you know, so people can see it. So there we go. So many little hidden references at this park that makes it extra special. Well, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you check out our vlog from here that we did the other day. DC Rivals Hypercoaster on-ride footage from there, and so much more. Loads of people getting in the background.
I know,
here.
they love it.
They love it. I don't think people are used to seeing people vlogging over here. I love it. Well, thank you very much for watching, and that leaves us with one final thing to say. Get out there and keep on riding. See you later, Scooby.